Miso soup. It's more than just a soup, it's an icon. It's a symbol of Japanese cuisine. This simple dish has a rich history and complex flavors. For over a millennium, miso soup has warmed hearts and stomachs. From humble beginnings in ancient temples, it's now a global favorite. Whether enjoyed for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, miso soup remains a beloved staple. Join me as we slurp our way through the fascinating story of miso soup. Discover its origins, its evolution, and its enduring appeal. Let's dive into the delicious world of this Japanese classic. The story of miso soup begins with Buddhist monks. Over 1,000 years ago, they brought a fermented soybean paste to Japan. This paste, called miso, became a dietary staple in the monasteries. Miso was a valuable source of protein for the vegetarian monks. They added it to hot water, creating a simple, nourishing soup. This early version of miso soup was likely quite different from what we enjoy today. Over time, miso soup spread beyond the monastery walls. It gained popularity among the general population. Its savory, umami-rich flavor made it an instant hit. As miso soup spread throughout Japan, it began to evolve. Different regions developed their own unique twists on this classic dish. Ingredients varied based on local availability and culinary traditions. In colder regions, hearty vegetables like daikon radish and potatoes were added. Coastal areas featured seaweed and shellfish for a taste of the ocean. Some regions preferred stronger, saltier miso, while others favored milder varieties. Seasonal ingredients also played a key role. Springtime brought delicate greens and fresh bamboo shoots. Summertime meant cooling cucumbers and refreshing myoga ginger. Autumn ushered in earthy mushrooms and root vegetables. And winter called for warming additions like tofu and udon noodles. Miso, the heart of miso soup, is more than just a paste. It's a culinary treasure that has been cherished for centuries in Japanese cuisine. It's a world of flavors waiting to be explored, each offering a unique experience for your taste buds. Made from fermented soybeans and grains, miso comes in a stunning array of varieties. The fermentation process can take anywhere from a few weeks to several years, influencing the depth and complexity of the flavor. Each type boasts its own unique color, aroma, and taste. From light and sweet to dark and intense, there's a miso for every palate. White miso, or shiro miso, is typically aged for a shorter period, often just a few weeks. This results in a mild, slightly sweet flavor that is perfect for those new to miso. It's a versatile choice for delicate soups, sauces, and dressings. White miso can also be used in marinades to tenderize meat and add a subtle umami flavor. Yellow miso, or shinshu miso, falls somewhere in between white and red. It's aged longer than white miso, but not as long as red miso. It has a more robust flavor profile with a pleasant balance of sweet and savory notes. This makes it a great all-purpose miso. Yellow miso is excellent in soups, marinades, and glazes. It can enhance the flavor of a variety of dishes, from simple broths to complex sauces. Red miso, or aka miso, undergoes a long fermentation process, often lasting up to 3 years. This gives it a deep, pungent aroma and a complex, salty flavor. It's a bold choice for those who love intense flavors. Red miso is often used in hearty stews, braises, and rich sauces. Its strong flavor can stand up to robust ingredients, making it ideal for winter dishes that warm the soul. Beyond the bowl miso in modern cuisine. While miso soup remains a beloved classic, chefs and food enthusiasts are constantly finding new ways to incorporate miso into modern cuisine. Its versatility knows no bounds. Miso butter adds a burst of umami to grilled meats and roasted vegetables. Miso glazes lend a touch of sweetness and depth to fish, poultry, and tofu. And miso dressings elevate salads with their rich, savory flavors. Miso caramel, with its intriguing balance of sweet and salty, has become a popular treat. It graces everything from ice cream to cookies to decadent tarts. The possibilities for incorporating miso into modern dishes are endless, limited only by imagination. Umami unleashed, the science behind the flavor. Miso's magic lies in its umami. Umami, often called the fifth taste, is a savory, brothy flavor that makes food irresistible. Miso, through its fermentation process, becomes an umami powerhouse. During fermentation, microorganisms break down the soybeans and grains. This creates glutamates, the compounds responsible for umami. The longer the fermentation, the more intense the umami becomes. This umami richness is what gives miso soup its satisfying depth of flavor. It's a flavor that awakens the palate and leaves you craving more. It's no wonder miso soup has stood the test of time. A soup for all seasons, enjoying miso year-round. Miso soup is a versatile dish that can be enjoyed at any time of the year, adapting to the changing seasons and your personal preferences. One of the beauties of miso soup is its adaptability. You can customize it with a variety of ingredients to suit your taste and the season. It's a soup for all seasons, easily customized to suit the weather and your mood. Whether it's hot or cold outside, miso soup can be tailored to provide comfort and nourishment. In the heat of summer, a light and refreshing miso soup with tofu, wakame seaweed and chopped scallions hits the spot. This combination is not only delicious but also helps to keep you cool and hydrated. It's hydrating and flavorful, a welcome respite from the sun. The light broth and fresh ingredients make it an ideal choice for a hot day. As the weather cools, turn to heartier variations. The richness of the miso paste combined with more substantial ingredients makes for a warming and satisfying meal. Add root vegetables like daikon radish, carrots, and potatoes for a comforting bowl. These vegetables not only add flavor, but also provide essential nutrients. Mushrooms like shiitake or enoki add an earthy depth. Their unique textures and flavors enhance the overall experience of the soup. For a more substantial meal, consider adding noodles like udon or ramen to your miso soup. These noodles absorb the broth, making each bite more flavorful. They soak up the flavorful broth, creating a satisfying and complete dish. Whether you prefer a light summer soup or a hearty winter version, miso soup is a versatile and delicious option year-round. The art of making miso soup tips and techniques. While miso soup may seem simple, there are a few key tips and techniques to ensure a flavorful and well-balanced bowl. It all starts with quality ingredients. Choose a miso paste that suits your taste. White miso is mild, red miso is intense, and yellow miso falls somewhere in between. Experiment with different varieties to find your favorite. Use a good quality dashi stock as the base of your soup. Dashi is a Japanese broth made from kombu seaweed and bonito flakes. It adds a savory depth and complexity to the soup. Don't overcook the miso. Add it to the soup at the end of cooking, just before serving. This helps preserve its delicate flavor and aroma. Another tip is to add ingredients like tofu, seaweed, and green onions. These not only enhance the flavor but also add texture and nutrition. Tofu provides a soft, creamy texture, while seaweed adds a slight chewiness. Green onions give a fresh, crisp bite that complements the soup's richness. Remember to simmer the soup gently. High heat can destroy the delicate flavors. Serve your miso soup hot and enjoy it as a comforting start to any meal. With these tips and techniques, you can create a delicious and authentic miso soup at home. So gather your ingredients, take your time, and savor the process of making this traditional Japanese dish. Happy cooking! Miso soup for health, a nutritional powerhouse. Miso soup isn't just delicious, it's also incredibly nutritious. This humble soup packs a powerful nutritional punch, offering a variety of health benefits. Miso itself is a good source of protein, fiber, and essential minerals like manganese and zinc. It's also rich in probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support gut health and digestion. The addition of vegetables to miso soup further boosts its nutritional value, providing vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Seaweed like wakame is a good source of iodine, an essential nutrient for thyroid function. Regular consumption of miso soup has been linked to various health benefits, including improved digestion, reduced risk of certain cancers, and a stronger immune system. Miso beyond borders: global appreciation for a Japanese staple. While miso soup originated in Japan, its popularity has transcended borders. Today it's enjoyed by people all over the world, a testament to its universal appeal. From bustling ramen shops in New York City to cozy cafes in Paris, miso soup has found a place on menus across the globe. Its savory, umami-rich flavor has captivated taste buds from all walks of life. The rise of Japanese cuisine globally has undoubtedly contributed to miso soup's widespread appreciation. As more people discover the delights of Japanese food, they inevitably encounter and embrace this iconic soup. A taste of tradition: miso soup's enduring legacy. Miso soup is more than just a dish, it's a symbol of Japanese culinary tradition. For over 1,000 years it has graced tables across Japan, a constant presence through changing times. From simple beginnings in Buddhist monasteries to its modern-day variations, miso soup has evolved while staying true to its roots. It represents the Japanese values of simplicity, harmony, and respect for ingredients. As we enjoy a warm bowl of miso soup, we are partaking in a tradition that has spanned centuries. Each sip is a reminder of the enduring power of food to connect us to cultures, histories, and each other.